Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Rushil Decor Limited Q2 FY23 conference call hosted by Asian Markets Securities Limited. This conference may contain forward-looking statements about the company which are based on the beliefs, opinions and expectations of the company as on date of this call. These statements are not the guarantees of future performance and involve risks and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. Actual results may differ for such expectations, projections, etc., whether expressed or implied. Participants are requested to exercise caution while referring to such statements and remarks. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star and then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Karan Batelia, Asian Markets Securities Limited. Thank you and over to you.
Hi all, a very good afternoon and welcome all to the Rushil Decor Q2 and first half FY23 earnings conference call hosted by Asian Markets Securities. From the management side, we have Mr. Rushil Thakkar, Executive Director, Mr. Keyur Gajjar, CEO and Mr. Hiren Pandya, CFO. I now hand over the call to Rushil for his opening remarks. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you, Karan. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rushil Decor Limited earning conference call for the second quarter and the half year ended 30th September 22. I would like to thank Asian Market Securities for arranging this call, the participants to take the time and join the call. Today, I am joined by Mr. Keyur Gajjar, CEO, and Mr. Hiren Pandya, CFO, along with Air Factors, PR, our investor relation advisor. We have shared and uploaded the investor presentation on the exchanges. Hope you had gone through the same. Let me share with you some of the key highlights which has enabled us to deliver another strong performance in the second quarter. We have registered the revenue growth of 19% from the quarter compared to the last year. This was on back of a solid performance in our MDF business. We continue to see the strong traction for our product in the domestic market. However, export has seen some pressure during the quarter gone by, and we hope that the demand in the export market improves from the current level in the coming quarter. On the laminate business, we have seen a steady performance for the past few quarters, and we continue to work towards the increasing our utilization even further. The laminate segment has contributed about 50 to 60% of our revenues from export market, and we continue to witness further upticks in demand in the market we serve. With the goal to provide customer a wider range of high quality products and improve our margin profile in the laminate segment, we have announced the setting up of a new greenfield manufacturing unit in Gujarat. The unit will manufacture larger size laminates, which is a product we currently don't have in our portfolio. We have estimated a capex amount of rupees 60 crores for the new unit with a capacity of 1.2 million sheets per annum, raised through the combination of internal accruals and debts. I would like to hand over the call to our CFO, Mr. Hiren Pandya, who shall take you through the financial highlights. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Rushil bhai. Let me take you through key financial highlights for the quarter and half year ended 30th September. Our Q2 FY23 performance has been in the line of our expectation and gives confidence of achieving our set targets for the financial year. For the quarter, we have reported operating revenues of 203.4 crore. That is a growth of about 18% compared to 171.3 crore. This growth was driven by strong growth in MDF business leading to higher revenue and margin expansion. While MDF business revenue grew by 23% on year-on-year basis, contributing rupees 149 crore in Q2 FY23 compared to 121 crore in Q2 FY22. Laminate contributed 52.8 crore in Q2 FY23 compared to 50.8 crore in Q2 FY22. Similarly, our EBITDA for Q2 FY23 stood at 47.1 crore as against 21.9 crore in Q2 FY22. That is a year-over-year growth of 115.2%. Similarly, net profit stood at 26.7 crore as against 7.7 crore in Q2 FY22. That is growth of 247.2% on year-on-year basis. While EBITDA margin increased by 1,039 basis point in Q2 FY23 to 23.17% as against 12.78% during Q2 of the previous financial year. As against that, PAT margin stood at 13.12% in Q2 FY23. Coming to half-yearly performance, for the half-year ended September 30, 2022, net revenue from operations stood at 414.2 crore, a year-on-year basis growth of 57.9%, in which MDF business revenues grew by 82% in value terms and 53% in volume terms. While MDF contributed 309.8 crore in H1 FY23 compared to 170.5 crores in H1 FY22. As against that, laminate contributed 100.5 crores in H1 FY23 compared to 92.6 crores in H1 FY22. EBITDA for the first half of financial year stood at 94.6 crore as against 23.4 crore in the previous year. That is a growth of 304.3% on year-on-year basis. The net profit was at 53.9 crore in H1 FY23 with a margin of 13%. With this significant improvement in financial performance in H1, we look forward to the financial year delivering the outstanding numbers. That is all from my side. I would like now request operator to open the floor for questions and answers.
Thank you, sir. We will now begin the question and answer session. Participants who wish to ask a question may press star and 1 on your touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. We have the first question from the line of Harsha from Dalal & Broacha Stock Broking. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. I have a couple of questions. So firstly on the laminate, so if we look at our operating margin, it is quite low as compared to the other players. So could you throw some light on the reason for that? And another related question is whether you could take these margins say up to 12% and the new laminate plant which is coming up, so would it be for value added products, and what would be the margin profile and the potential revenue from that?
So I will start with the installing the new capacity, which we have already figured it out that it will be a 1.2 million sheets per annum. And as we see in our current portfolio, we don't have this jumbo size, because of which we are missing the niche markets like America, Europe, Australia. So the main plan is to establish such facility and improve our margins through value-added products.
And this will definitely help us to improve our margins, because at present we are not into this market very much, and I'm sure we will be able to do better in this market.
So any ballpark figure for the revenue potential?
Yeah, we are planning to, maybe it will be 100 crore plus will be the revenue.
Okay, and so this would majorly cater the export market, is the understanding correct?
No, so as of now, again we will be depending on our current ratios, like we would be exporting 60% and 40% we will be exploring the new markets such as cubicles, changing room, dressing rooms, etc., etc.
Okay. And my first question was unanswered regarding why the margins of the current laminate division is on a lower side.
Yeah, because if you see now, compared to our last quarter, there is a marginal improvement in our margins, and with now in coming days, we can see there is a pressure on raw material pricing. So we'll definitely have good margins in coming 1 or 2 quarters. This is number one. Number two, we see good demand of exports also in certain markets. So we are very much optimistic about margins improvement in coming quarters. And yes, because we don't have, if we compare with our peers, we don't have this specific size is one of the reasons for our low margins. And we are optimistic that with our new product, our portfolio will be completed to cater entire world for laminate business.
Okay, yeah. That's it from my end. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have the next question on the line of Bhavin Rupani from Investec. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. I had basically 2 questions. First, related to laminate. Why is the realization for exports higher versus domestic? So do we include freight costs and insurance in it, or is it that the selling price is higher versus the domestic market?
Hi. If we talk about laminates, one of the reasons for higher realization is we are selling some of the premium product in Far East market. This is one reason. And secondly, we are selling some of the, expensive product in Gulf market, which has a different thicknesses. So this is nothing, but it's all about the product mix. That's one of the reasons why our, realization in export business is higher than the domestics.
Okay, sir. And sir, how should one understand the margin profile in exports versus domestic?
The exports margins are really good, and domestic margins are improving now. So we are in general expecting good margins in coming days.
So, sir, exports are better versus the domestic. Is that what one should understand?
It depends on the product mix. What kind of product you are selling? Suppose you are selling a low-cost product in domestic, then maybe your margins are affected. If you are selling low-cost product in export business, also your margin are affected. So it's all about the product mix in the end of the day. But whatever the new expansion we are talking about, we see more or less high-value products over there. So we anticipate good business from this new expansion.
Okay, sir. And as far as working capital is concerned, what would be the differential in working capital for exports and domestic as far as laminates is concerned?
Working capital is.
And we get you exactly. You are saying working capital difference in terms of domestic and export. That is what you are saying?
Yes, sir.
See, in case of domestic, generally it is against order. So if you consider stock, then stock is.
Talking about laminates. So I would answer these questions. In laminates, normally we have credit periods for 60 days to 90 days. In export business, we have, I would say, 45% business from export is against advance and LC, and 60-65% is on a DP with some credit, and that credit may be 30 to 45 days.
Sir, how should one understand the overall working capital, including inventories and payables?
So, see, if you are asking laminate per se, then it is like, see, if you compare RDL as a whole, then compared to MDF, the working capital is little bit higher in terms of laminates, where the designs and other SKUs are very high. And in case of MDF, it is not so. So, comparatively, the working capital is higher in laminates.
Okay, sir. And which major markets do we sell in laminates?
So in exports, we have Far East and Gulf as our major markets as of now. We sell it to more than 47 countries plus.
Okay. Sir, just on laminates, one more thing. For new capex that you announced recently, capex intensity comes to around 500 per sheet. Sir, what would be the CapEx for similar brownfield capacity expansion at the similar location?
So basically, if I say if brownfield, if I do, then I just have to remove my land cost out of this. But other machineries, I need to purchase all the new machineries, because as of now, our capacities are utilized over like nearly 100%. So we don't have any extra space to install just the few of the machines and do the brownfield project.
And then also it's a larger size, so we need a very, specific handling facilities and everything. So this will be more of an automated facility than the existing one.
Right, sir. So my question was related to, let's say, 60 crore is what you told for 1.2 million greenfield expansion. If I want to expand my capacity by another 1.2 million at the same location, what would be the CapEx amount? You said you should exclude land, but can you bifurcate that 60 crores in land, building and civil?
There is a voice issue. I'm not able to hear exactly what you are asking.
Is it better now, sir?
And there is some disturbance.
Mr. Bhavin, I believe your line is on speakerphone and there is an echo that is coming from your line. If you could go off the speakerphone once.
Sir, is it better now?
Okay.
Yes. So my specific question was, you say that your capex is approximately 60 crores for 1.2 million sheet, right? For greenfield expansion. What would be the capex for similar capacity for a brownfield expansion?
So we are just talking about the land price, that's all. Because we have to install entire new facility for this larger size. With our existing manufacturing facilities, we cannot produce this size. So it's just about land, that's all.
What would be the proportion of land in this 60 crores, sir?
Oh, I don't think so. It would be like 5 to 10 crores, not more.
Okay.
See, when we are saying it's a greenfield project, that means it's a separate location where we'll have a separate land and it's a separate project, though it is within the segment of laminates. But it's a different thing which is not there as of now.
All right. So my last question is related to MDF. How should one understand the margin differential of pre-lam MDF and standard MDF? If you could tell us some numbers over here, it would be very helpful, sir. Thanks.
So I think if we talk about in terms of capacity utilizations, in quarter two we were almost 73.77% in terms of productions. And we have achieved almost 68.71% in AP plant and 87 plus in Chikmagalur plant. In terms of realizations, we have almost like in Chikmagalur, the realization is around 937 rupees, and in this AP plant, total realization including export is around 24,336. So altogether our realization for quarter two comes 27,468 rupees. So it's almost same as per the last quarter. So you need any specific information other than this? Hello? Hello?
Mr. Bhavin, are you connected? Can you hear us?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
The management has answered your question. Would there be anything else?
Sir, my question was specific to pre-lam and standard MDF. So what would be the realization for pre-lam MDF and standard MDF? And what would be the realization?
MDF, if we talk about Chikmagalur, so I want to be very specific. It's not only pre-lam, it's all about value-added products. So it comes everything like HDF, exterior grade. So that comes in Chikmagalur around 38,363 for the value-added products, and from AP plant it comes around 35,000. And for the standard MDF, the plain MDF is around 23,300 from AP plant, and 24,745 rupees from Chikmagalur plant.
Okay, sir. And how should one understand?
The reason for AP realization is only because we have 10,000 plus around 9,800 exports.
Okay, sir. Sir, my last question is, how should one understand the margins for prelam and standard MDF?
Obviously, prelam MDF, if I talk about our Chikmagalur plant, where we are selling more than 60%, 50 to 60% value-added business. If I talk about in terms of volume, almost out of 17,000 CBM, we have sold 12,000 CBM to in value-added product and 5,700 around plain MDF. And you can see our margins are almost like 30 plus, 31% or something. So realization is almost 33,937 and margins are really good compared to.
Okay. Sir, if you can tell in percentage terms, what would be the differential between the
38% was EBITDA from Chikmagalur plant.
Okay, sir. That's helpful. Thank you.
For AP, it was 25.74.
25.74. All right.
And if I just compare with my last Q1, EBITDA was 32.22 and this year it is 34.38. I'm talking about Chikmagalur plant. And last quarter AP plant it was 24.55. This quarter it is 25.74. So altogether this is about our margins. We have received almost like 29.33 EBITDA compared to 27.45.
Okay, sir. That's helpful, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have the next question on the line of Krishna from Vihas Advisors. Please go ahead.
Yeah, very good afternoon to the management and congratulations again for a good set of numbers, basically a stable set of numbers. So we can see that things are stabilizing with respect to the MDF and the new plant. So now it's apt time for the company to go into maybe laminates, focus on laminates a little bit, and I think it's a step in the right direction that we are looking at setting up a new plant for value-added products. So now coming to the balance sheet part, so we had announced in the last call that that we'll be going for a rights issue. So wanted to know what happened to that.
I have already informed last time also. The right issue, it was like management approval was taken for 200 crore. After that, we are already in the consideration. There are a couple of things which is there in the market in terms of RBI policy and in couple of industrial policy which is being either revised or it is like new announcements are there. So there are a couple of things which we were thinking, out of which one thing we have decided, that is laminate plant, and the second part which will take some time, and at that time I think we will just synergize the whole thing with right issue, whether we'll use that fund from right issue or we'll go for something else. So still we are under consideration that what exactly we'll do in terms of other expansion plan. So after finalizing that only we'll able to decide for the right issue thing.
Understood clearly. Yeah. Now the second question is with respect to the raw material prices. So we have seen that generally the timber prices have been up for the other companies. So, but at the same time for the MDF we do not see much of a drop in the margins with respect to us. So in a way it is good, but can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, see, we don't see any much of the changes in timber price, as well as if we talk about chemical pricings, we see very stable or rather I would say downside. So we really don't see any raw material price pressure as on date.
Okay. Also in the second quarter also, that is a quarter under consideration also, like that is September, ended September. So even there you did not see much of raw material price sharp increase or anything like that, right?
No, not in September, not in August, not in October also.
Okay. And the third question is with respect to the laminate. So what is the 60 crore that we are investing? So what is the peak turnover, or if you can throw some light on how much the turnover will be from that plant? Just a ballpark figure, if not in detail.
Very honestly, as on date, we can talk about 100 plus only, 100 crore plus. But maybe in coming days we can give you exact projections, because as on date we are working on certain activities like procuring machineries, plants and everything.
Okay. And the last question is, slowly we can see that the company is transitioning towards having a bouquet of products rather than, say, focus on, say, MDF or laminate per se. So, is it how you look at it? Like you would like to, be a player in the building material segment, or you would like to concentrate on these two products?
Yes, sir. We are actually exploring couple of more options too. And definitely we are taking all these options very seriously, and yes, very soon we'll come up with some decisions, but as on date everything under the consideration.
Thank you very much, sir, for your response. That's all from my side. Good luck to you. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have the next question on the line of Keshav from Raxan Investors. Please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. Sir, firstly, so for the Andhra Pradesh capacity, we've got state-of-the-art machinery, and we are also planning to move to more value-added products in MDF. So, would we still be exposed to the kind of margin contractions we saw from 2018 to 2021, where they fell from almost 20% to single digit, or would we be much more insulated and maintain at least a double-digit high teen margins if there were a demand pressure in the future? Thank you.
So I would like to say that for margins, we have a very focused approach. Number one, we want to increase our value-added business. At present, we are just 28%. And our target is to reach 40% in this financial year, and maybe we can go up to 60% or 70%. So we are working very hard on this value-added business market share, number one. Number two, we are working very hard on achieving our plant capacity. We are also targeting to achieve 80 to 85% in this financial year. This is second thing. And the third thing, we are working on certain cost control approach, wherein like we can save cost on resin or some other parts. And probably these three things will definitely help us to maintain or maybe improve our margins.
Okay, thank you, sir. Secondly, for MDF, what percentage of raw material cost is wood, and how much of it comes from our captive plantations?
Actually, we really don't have any captive plantations. Rather, we are involved in educating farmers for plantations, and we are, motivating them. And we have certain activities also which we can share with you later on. And as long as cost of wood is concerned, it's all about, production mix. So we play with the wood and resin ratio, but I can tell you approximately 45% to 50% cost comes for the wood.
Okay, and sir, on the resin part, are we seeing some moderation in raw materials since the last 6 months?
Yeah, we see a good chance of downtrend. I don't know when, but yeah, we see. And yes, we are also working on saving on resin part too.
Okay, all right. Thank you, sir. That's all from me.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Rabindranath Nayak from Sunidhi Securities. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, yeah. Thank you for the opportunity. Sir, I have a couple of questions. One is that, again, harping on the same MDF margin. So QOQ, our realizations are flat, volumes are down, then how the profitability is up when the commodity like, the resin prices and wood prices has actually remain at elevated level, how the margins are higher QOQ. That is, you can explain on that. And how do you see the realization going ahead in the part of the second half of this year?
Okay. First of all, if we talk about realizations, compared to last Q1, our total Chikmagalur realization was 30,988. And this quarter, it is 33,937. So it's almost like 9.51% increase. And if we compare with Andhra Pradesh domestic realizations, last time it was 2,700 something, and now it is also more or less maintained. 24,336, and last year it was 25. So there is a marginal 3 to 4% reduction in realization. If we talk about average realization, it's flat. I agree. 27,468. But I would like to say that there was no increase in price of wood and resin. It was rather on a downside.
Okay. No, actually, why the current? Okay, carry on, sir.
Chikmagalur realizations and volume was on higher side. That's one of the reasons why we were able to maintain our margin in better manner. And in coming days, we are focusing not only this is also very much important for us to increase our realizations. And in my previous answer, I said that we are focusing on two approaches. Number one, increasing our value-added portfolio for AP business, which is almost 28%. Last quarter, it was only 23%. This time, it is 28% in terms of volume. So we have improved 5% in value-added for AP business, and now we are targeting 40% in coming financial years.
Okay. And so that means, the Chikmagalur branch is a low-cost manufacturing base as compared to that plant. That is the work that could explain the increase in the margin. That is the correct understanding?
No, actually, from Chikmagalur plant, we have established the value-added products over there, and the current in Visakhapatnam plant, our R&Ds are going on for the value-added products. Exactly. That is the only difference why there is a margin difference over there.
Otherwise, if you see our Chikmagalur realization, it is 33,937. So it's almost 34,000 rupees. I'm talking about realizations, not the cost.
Okay. So, do you think that the current realization of 27,400 is likely to remain maintained? Because the commodity prices will correct. You may have to pass on some of the commodity prices to the customer, or you will try to maintain the average realization.
Yeah, as I said, we are very much focused on increase our realizations, and for that we are focusing on our value-added business from AP. Now we have a couple of capex which almost completed, like our prelim presses and all. So in coming days, we are definitely going to reach 40% or more for this value-added business portfolio.
Okay. And the second question pertaining to the capex. What is the total capex done in the first half of this year?
You are saying during this April to September, you are saying?
Yes. It shows 47 crores.
April to September, major capex was in the second quarter only. If you see balance sheet, I think it is around 50 plus crore. This is mainly comprising MDF plant, which was we established the MDF plant where a couple of things which was pending for the establishment. So that includes the couple of machines, then civil work, some utilities were also there, road, drain, etc. Then as KOB said, prelim capacity we have increased. There are some in-house raising facilities we are planning, and then which will directly affect the cost, so that will just improve the efficiency. Small amount of software is also there. So a couple of things which we have incurred during this 6 months, and that has impacted the whole capex. But I think as of now, after completing all this thing, the MDF plant capex is completed now. There is no further capex so far as the original plant of AP is concerned.
So after this 50 crore, we don't have any further capex in the second half.
In this particular Visakhapatnam plant. Otherwise, as we said, in case of laminate, there will be separate capex, which is already informed.
Okay. No, that about the 60 crore capex that you have announced recently yesterday. So that is a separate capex.
Yes, separate.
It will be okay. It will be roll out in this year only, or it will take some more time.
See, we have already informed in the financials, the result also. The expected time of plant to be operationalized would be first quarter of year 25. That is April 2024. I mean June 2024.
Okay. So what would be the total capex then in the corporate total capex for this year besides the 50 crores? Any additional capex?
As of now, I think this 60 crore is again for the new plant only. Otherwise, it would be normal capex and operational capex. It is not like something extraordinary amount.
So you have already spent 50 crores in the first half. So should we expect another 10 crores in the second half? So total will be 60 crore, or it is higher than that?
Can take small amount, but I can't say exact amount, but it will be around the same range.
Okay. And sir, regarding the forest state, what is the forest state you have currently? And also there is we have two types of forest state. One is Euro finance and also the US dollar denominated. So what is the overall quarterly payout due to this, and how do you reconcile with the only 2.4 crore debt repayment in the first half?
See, as of now, the total, if you consider the yearly repayment of term loan, it would be in the range of 45 crore per annum.
Okay.
Considering today's portfolio which we have, the loan which we have taken so far.
Okay.
So as of now, we don't have any specific plan to early repayment. We'll just have some waiting for maybe 1 or 2 quarters. We'll have same performance, then we'll just decide for anything which is required to be paid early. But as of now, today's position, it will just simply follow the repayment schedule which is given by the bank.
Okay. But no, I am just referring to your annual report where we have scheduled some repayment installment payments. So what is that? I am asking that only. What is the repayment schedule for in terms of installments for the two types of loan, forest the Euro loan and also dollar loan?
If you just consider total loan exposure, out of total loan, we have 3 things. One is the loan from German financier, which has very low interest rate. It is in the range of 1 to 2%. Second loan is the foreign currency loan, where the rate is linked with LIBOR, which will be in the range of 3 to 4% as of now. And the third loan is the Indian currency loan. So all put together, the average cost, including working capital facility, last quarter it was in the range of 5 to 5.5%. Now, because of increase in RBI rate, now it has gone to around 6%.
Okay. So that means we have whatever the depreciation due to rupee depreciation, we have not provided in your interest cost in the first half of this year so far.
See, as per the India's standard, auditors will also suggest us to pass the necessary entries for the closing balances in terms of any exposure, foreign currency exposure, which is being considered in the accounts. So, as per accounting standard, we have already considered, and it is already audited and suggested by the auditor, statutory auditor. So we are already considering that part.
Okay. So now I am asking this total interest cost of around, you can say around 105 crores, 10 crores of this in the first half of this year doesn't include any sort of foreign exchange related rupee depreciation. It is not considered anything on that.
No. See, it is not as per the accounting standard. When we say finance cost, it will include the normal long-term date-related interest, any other loan interest, and any related normal operational bank charges. This foreign fluctuation fund will come in the head of other expenses, where we pass separate entries.
Okay.
So the finance cost will not have foreign currency fluctuation cost.
Okay. So the foreign currency, the cost is appearing in the other expenses, you meant to say?
Yeah, other expenses.
93 like 86.
So what is that amount?
It is around 1 crore rupees.
Pardon, sir?
It is exactly 93.86 lakhs.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. We have the next participant, Akshay from Canara Robeco. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. So first question is, recently there has been some rise in the MDF imports, and we are also largely present in the south market. Our plants is there. So how do you see the imports as a threat to our business, say in the near term and in the long term, sir?
Yeah, there is some 12 to 13,000 CBM import in the month of September, out of which 5,340 CBM from Vietnam and balance from Thailand and Malaysia. There is a price gap around 7 to 10%. If we compare with central region, which is away from the coast, there is a difference of 5 to 6%. And if we talk about coastal area, it's a 7 to 8%. However, as I said before, that we are focusing on value-added business, and if you see imports are mainly of interior grade laminates, the basic category, and it is mainly imported by converters.
Okay.
So we really don't see much of the effects on things. However, we are very concerned about increasing our value-added business. That's very important for us.
Okay. And sir, would it be possible for you to quantify the margins that you make in exports in MDF?
What I mean,
realization, I think we can give you exactly the margin. We may not be able to quantify. We can give you later on.
Okay. And
margin.
sir, okay, and sir, okay, yeah, these were the two things. Thank you.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Manan Shah from Moneybee Investment. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for the opportunity and congratulations for a good set of numbers. So just from the earlier participants, so considering the increasing imports, so we are still very confident that we'll be able to maintain our current realization or rather improve as the value-added product mix goes up and maintain the margins as well at current rates, right?
Yeah, that's the simple logic, because there will be competitions for interior grade for everyone, because end of the day we are talking about the interior grade is nothing but commodity.
Right.
We are talking about branded products like exterior grade, pre-laminated MDF, HDF and all these products which are not being imported at present. And our focus is to increase this business, and you can see our Chikmagalur realization is almost increased by 10% in the second quarter, 9.51%. So we are quite confident that we'll be, if we want to maintain our realizations and margins, we have to increase our value-added product, and we are quite focused about it.
Right. So any sort of addition of distributors that we have done, thereby helping us to take our utilizations to 80-85% from the current 70-odd%?
Yeah, it's a continuous process if we talk about. As we are developing channels everywhere. Like nowadays in second quarter, our HDF business is presented in UP, Delhi, Eastern region, Jammu and Kashmir, everywhere we are spreading our business. So distribution appointment is a continuous process.
So we should be able to reach this 80-85% by end of Q4, right?
80-85% we are talking about the capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are serious about it.
Okay, thank you. I'll come back. I'll come back.
We are trying our level best to achieve 80-85% in this financial year.
Sure, I'll come back in the queue. Thank you.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Jojo Shaju from Alpha Invesco. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Sir, on product side, what is your view on particle board business? Do we have any plans to restart or do any capex on the particle board?
Frankly, whatever the capex we have in this financial year is all about laminates. And some future capex, we have certain, products and thoughts. It's under consideration.
Okay. Because the reason why I'm asking is because the major laminate players like Greenlam, Merino, they are doing a huge capex on the particle board business. So I just want to know what is the opportunity size, is it a big one, or we are missing it out?
Opportunity looks really very good for particle business, also particle board. Because in India, demand is still there and it will definitely increase with the MDF. So we see a good opportunity for particle board also, for MDF market also. So in general, panel industry itself is growing and it has a very promising future. And as I said, yes, we have certain considerations going on. But for this financial year, we are talking about only laminates expansion.
Laminates, okay. Understood. And on MDF value-added products, can you give some color on which are these products apart from the pre-laminate boards and HD FWR? Is there any other value-added products?
There are several products. Number one, we can sell high-density fiber board, water resistance. That's our product, which is known as Max Pro. It's very much popular in kitchen. Number two is exterior grade. Number three is pre-laminated MDF. And then you can put now we have added certain value-added product like we are going to put up foil and paint on our board. And we will sell it to a market like, photo framing business. It's a big market. If we talk about any religious place like Nashik, Shirdi, then we talk about Tirupati, Gujarat, we have Somnath, and all these places, basically, it has a huge demand for this kind of value-added products.
Okay.
These are just some glimpses.
Okay, understood, sir. And so on the dealer network, I saw in the investor presentation, we have a dealer network of 4,000 dealers across our country. So is it includes the laminates dealer or is it just for MDF dealers only?
They are basically retailers. So it's included like laminates retailers are there also and MDF retailers are there also.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. That's from my side. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have the next question on the line of Rishikesh Oja from Robo Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Sir, my first question is if you could please guide on EBITDA margins for overall company level going ahead in H2 and FY24.
EBITDA margin for H2.
See, I think as QB has already gone through the details of overall margin as well as MDF within the plant also. So compared to last quarter, I think we have not only maintained the EBITDA margin in terms of value, there might be a marginal reduction, but then in terms of percentage, there is a slightly increase, right? So, and as he said, considering a couple of steps which we are taking in terms of value-added product composition, then the increase in capacity at AP from around 70 to 80-85, and third, the overall efficiency in terms of cost and factor overheads. So we are committed to maintain this margin throughout this financial year. Way forward, I think it is too early to say, but then we will maintain this margin as per our normal projections, and then the guidance which we have given last time also. So we will definitely maintain this margin in spite of a couple of issues that was narrated by Q2, that like import pressure or any other pressure. But then considering a couple of steps which we are taking, I think we will not only maintain, but maybe we'll try to increase marginally the margins.
Okay, sir. So my second question is, if you could give the contribution of value-added products in volume terms and the realization for same.
So if we talk about value-added product, altogether it was almost 15,368 CBM compared to last quarter. I'm talking about last quarter. It was 13,681. So there is a 5% increase in our volume. It is now 28.28% compared to last quarter, 23.29%. And in terms of realizations from Chikmagalur, realization was 38,363 for the value-added product, which was in Q1, it was 36,150. So we can see around 6 to 8% increase in that part, 9% maybe.
Okay. And lastly, sir, the 80 to 85% capacity utilization that you were talking about, this is for which plant?
I'm talking about AP plant, and we are trying to maintain our Chikmagalur plant at its best.
Okay. Okay, got it. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have the next question on the line of Devang Patel from NAFA AMC. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Firstly, could you comment on why our domestic MDF volumes are down 13% YOY?
13%? Year-over-year. Oh, value-wise?
Volume is down from some 50,000 CBM to 44,500 CBM.
No, I guess last financial quarter, we produced 62,735 and it was almost 52,998 in last quarter, and this quarter we produce almost 60,863. That's what we produce in this quarter. So in terms of production, there is a marginal 3% or 4% gap. Last quarter it was 76% efficiency of all the plant. This quarter it's almost 73.77%. So we are talking about 3% production.
Sir, I was talking of the sales volume which is given in your presentation on slide 18.
Okay.
Overall volume is up 1%, but domestic within that is down 13% YOY, Q2 over Q2.
So sales volume is 54% compared to 58%, and last year it was 39,000 from Chikmagalur plant, and this year it is 36,614. So I really see it's almost 7 to 8% volume down. 58,745, and this quarter it is 54,344.
Yes. So, sir, I wanted to understand why the volumes are down on a YOY basis.
There is, even if you see our peers also, their quarter one capacity was almost 80-81%. This year it's almost 75-74%. So the main reason is seasonal effect, because in rain the wood has more moisture and it always affects some kind of a production activity. This is one of the reasons.
Okay. What is the demand outlook for the rest of H2 on a YOY basis? In one of your slides, you've spoken about 15 to 20% long-term CAGR for industry. So will the H2 performance be in line with what we are projecting for the long term?
Yeah, we are quite optimistic about demand. As on date, we are doing quite comfortably good. So we really don't see any issues in near future.
Okay, so would we have a double-digit volume growth year on year in the second half?
For us, we want to achieve 80%, 85% capacity utilization. We want to achieve value-added mix to 40%. So I'm very optimistic about my growth, about our company's growth. I'm not sure about others.
Right.
Because we are very focused about this value addition and efficiency of the plant. Okay.
So my second question was around this incidence of higher imports in September, and if, for instance, shipping costs were to come down, do you see imports rising further in the coming months?
I don't see much of the reduction in shipping costs because it's already down by almost half of the freight. So maybe there will be some further change, maybe $5 to $10 per CBM. That's all in reduction, what I'm talking about in freight. But on other side, company exporting to India, they are facing a pricing issue too. Because, for them selling at this price to India is also not much viable. So we don't see much of a price pressure of import now onwards. Maybe maximum, I would say 2-3%, that's all, not much.
Okay, and our export realizations have...
Subject to change in freight. Because the company which are exporting to India, they are not any mood of reducing their price, FOB price.
Sir, and then what explains the slight dip in export realizations for us in September versus June quarter? It's down by about 2,000 rupees.
Yeah, so in international market, like in a major our market was Gulf for exporting MDF, and we have seen a downtrend of around 20 to 25% in the prices. But still we are trying to maintain our margins, and for that we are trying our level best.
Okay, is it still declining or has it stabilized now?
As of now, we see a stable trend in this month.
Okay. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Karan Bhatelia. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. So I just wanted to understand our B2B and B2C breakup in the MDF segment, and how is the pricing delta?
Nowadays it's almost the same as before. Like we are still 60 to 70% with the channel and 30 to 40% with the OEMs and converters and all.
Right. And the pricing delta and the receivable cycle, anything significantly changed over the last 6 months?
No, I would say not in this last 6 months, but yeah, in these quarters we are having certain import pressures, especially in southern region, on coastal part mainly. That's all, nothing much.
And the pricing delta could be, as of now?
7 to 10%, but being a local producer, we always have a 4-5% premium.
Right. And so just wanted to have your thoughts on this, while we are seeing 50-60% capacity expansion in next 2 to 3 years, and on the other side, imports have started to come back. So you see any near-term risk in terms of a sustainable realization profile or a margin profile for the industry level?
We think it's in the last quarter of 2024, I believe. The capacity expansion may be around 10 plus. And that capacity, it will, for us, maybe if we talk about this CAGR 15-20%, it will take 2 to 3 years to settle. So timing, there will be some issues, but we don't see much of a problem.
Sir, somewhere I believe the capacity expansion is equally spread out. See, for example, from in the near term, we'll have Century's brownfield capacity. Maybe next year, March, we'll have greenfield capacity. So it is fairly spread over next 2 years.
Yeah, I agree. But next 2 years, and after 2 years, it will take another year or two to get settled.
Right.
And it will be absorbed by the market, I would say. That's what I'm trying to do.
And
whatever new capacity, it will not be absorbed overnight, but it will be absorbed by the market in year or two, because we see certain growth in also market by that time.
Right.
And as long as import is concerned, import is at present, if we talk about total capacity, is always 7 to 8%. But definitely when you have a added capacity and all, so either you will focus on exports or you will definitely protect your market share.
Right. And how has October month shaped up for us? Like for other building material category, we have seen some slowdown given the festive mood.
Actually, October is basically festive season, so quarter 3 is more or less little bit slow compared to other quarters because of festival seasons. That's all. Otherwise, the market is now in its normal movement. There's always certain, demand pressure, supply pressure, but we don't see much of changes.
Right. So since there is no follow-up, any closing remarks that the senior management would like to make?
Sorry? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Closing remarks.
Yeah. Thank you once again for your interest and support. We will continue to stay engaged. Please be in touch with our investor relation team for any other further details or discussions. Looking forward to interacting with you next quarter. Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of Asian Market Securities Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.